Welcome back to the Blue White Talk Show with your host, Duane Bluestein, Miss Shelley Marie, and this is the original DB.
The original
DB, Darryl B over here, because I was a DB, and I tried to put the logo up, DB Productions, but he was like, man, I'm the original. That's my dog. What's good?
You, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you for coming on. You got the logo. Can you just lift up the chest and say mind, body, and flow?
Mind, body, and flow. That's what we're here to talk about. Oh. Mind, the body, and the flow.
Well, if you check me out right now, when I saw you, I was at 220, 230 at one time.
Yeah.
I'm at 178.
That's great.
Feeling good?
Knees still hurt though. Can you fix my knees?
No, sir, I can't do that. I can't do the knee fixing.
I know that I need to be coming to you shortly because I know that there's more than I need to do. Because you've taught me since day one. It's not about stop eating or eating better. There's more to it.
Absolutely.
And can you explain to America what is mind, body, and flow?
Well, I'll tell you, I'll make it short and sweet. Mind, body, and flow came about.
Now, I don't want you to make it too short and sweet because we got 15 minutes.
That's good. Well, this came about from my wife. You've met my wife, Shelley.
Yes.
And she'd always had adult acne problems. And she tried everything under the sun. I mean, you name it. Microdermabrasion. I mean, just about everything. And what we found out is that she just needed to do some thorough cleansing. And that can get confusing to some people. So mind, body, and flow, we took all the confusion out of cleansing. And so we cleanse from the top to the bottom, from the rooter to the tutor.
The tutor.
That's what we do.
Now we didn't say tutor in the break, but yes, we understand what it is.
Yes. Very neglected.
Yes.
If you think about it for a second, all the artificial food, all the sugar, high fructose corn syrup, everything we put in our bodies aren't designed to get rid of that naturally. Right. So you can look at study after study. There's a lot of things going on in the world with kids and hyperactivity and all sorts of stuff. And we asked the question, wonder what's going on. We personally think it's a lot of the food consumption and your body not being able to process it. So it's very, very important.
So when you say process,
yes,
and I know because this young lady next to me, and she's so on the DL, the health nut. She is.
I know, but I had a hamburger. I had a fourth of it.
Did you chew it?
Oh, I chewed
20
it slow.
times? That's all you got to do is chew it, swallow. You're good. That's all you got to do.
So the person is knowing a Big Mac in 3 minutes is not.
If you're going to eat a Big Mac, at least chew it. Start your enzymes working and your digestive system to work. Just chew the Big Mac.
Well, because she's a health nut, and I watch her and how she is so conscious of what is going in her body and the working out and things like that. Is she more prone to be okay not seeing you, or is this something that everyone should come in?
Can I vote?
Yes.
I'm just not even knowing. I would say everybody needs to go in because
Absolutely.
I'm not a doctor. That's not. I mean, my passion and my expertise is food and sales and obviously babies. But that's not my expertise. So you have to be okay enough with yourself to say I'm not an expert in this. So I'm going to turn this over to someone so they can teach me how to move forward with it. That's my personal opinion.
Well, and it's true. And what we say is you change the oil in your car, you change your filters in your car, you do all these other preventive things for everything else, but what have you done for you? And that's kind of what we help people figure out. We meet them at many different directions.
So how do we do this? So we come to see you, and you're just not going in and cleansing someone's colon. You have other processes that you go through.
Yes, and we are a true wellness center. What I mean by that is we help people create wellness, and that's in many different avenues. It could be food consumption, it could be cleansing, it could be exercise, it could be a combination of all of those. We just want you to have the right mindset when you do these things. And that's the biggest thing that we find, Duane, is most people have a lot of information, but they don't have the right education to go about putting what they know in place.
Okay.
So
are you guys help creating a workout plan and
yes. Now we're not producing super mega stars or anyway. We're very a normal situation for normal people that work every day and have kids and are working 50 hours a week. But there's things you can do inside of those parameters that are good for you.
So, what is the cost on it? I mean, does it?
Well, I think what we're going to talk today about is one of my programs that we do here in Arizona, which is called 28 Days to Health.
Okay.
I think that's a really good overall of what we do. And depending on the client, the other stuff, we kind of need some time with that person. Mm-hmm. But 28 Days to Health, I mean, everyone's heard of gluten-free diets, sugar-free diets, dairy-free diets. All these things are great if you know how to do it properly.
Right.
So what I teach in the 28 Days to Health program is in 28 days, I will teach you literally from start to finish how to remove the 3 inflammatory culprits in your diet, which are dairy, soy, and gluten.
And that's general for everyone.
That's for everybody. Okay. Those are the 3 culprits because they're inflammatory to us. So you were talking about knees and joints and all sorts of things. When you're inflamed and you're eating inflammatory foods, all those things are hyperactive. Mm-hmm. So what we want to do in 28 days is I will teach you how to read labels. I will teach you how to consume nutrient-dense food and do a full body cleanse within the 28 days.
Okay.
So what's the time commitment?
Well, the time commitment is 28 days.
Mm-hmm. But is it like I'm spending an hour a day with you, or is this, we sit down and do one analysis?
Well, you come in originally, first off for a consultation, and then we do a health assessment with you. And then from that point, we see you once a week. It's a weekly class.
Once a week. That's not bad.
So it's not bad. So I just wanted to show you what one of our star people went through.
I got you.
And she just finished her 28 days, I believe it was last Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So in 28 days, here are numbers. And this is a former personal trainer, so she actually exercised a little bit more than most would. So this is not an exercise program. It is a lifestyle commitment.
I like you. Mm-hmm.
So in 28 days, Kelly's numbers, she went from 25% body fat down to 14% body fat.
Wow. In 28 days?
In 28 days.
So, is this someone that is actively going to the gym on a consistent, or is this person... Okay, when you
chairing it, right? So she's got to be in the gym a couple.
Well, she and I followed this because most of our clients that go through this aren't gym rats. Mm-hmm. She was going 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh, okay. Okay. And how many days are you going?
About two or
3 days a week. Okay.
And so another part of this is, you kind of have to know how to work out correctly. Mm-hmm. That's also a benefit. So not only did she go from 25 to 14% body fat, she lost 19 pounds and she put on 11 pounds of lean muscle.
Oh, wow.
So she's solid. And how is her energy level?
Well, she would probably be bouncing around the studio if I let her in here.
Right.
And that was one of the things that most people are surprised about. Right. They're so surprised on how their energy may be very low, and on day 2 or 3, they are up, their eyes are brighter, their skin is a little clearer rather. And that's the whole concept behind this. Yeah. And this is not an inexpensive program. This program runs $575 for 28 days. Okay. But you get everything that you would need except for your actual food.
The food.
But all the supplements and all the proteins, omegas, greens, everything that you would need to pull off this program, we supply with you, supply to you, as well as your weekly classes.
See, I think that's a fair price, especially and I know I'm one of those people that at the New Year's, I'm making all these resolutions if it's just eating right or working out or doing whatever it is. And for me to get a jump start on the New Year, so when that happens, I'm not starting from zero.
Right.
Like I already have the assessment. You're already training me what I need to do to be successful in this whole body sculpting, if you will.
And the thing about the 28 days is it's a lifestyle change. So when you're done this, all the material is yours. Everything, all the information is yours. Right. All the webinars are yours. So when you fall off the wagon, because you're going to fall off the wagon, all you have to do is pick right back up and you can go right back into the program.
So you're kind of comfortable with 28 days is setting a true pattern.
Absolutely. It's a lifestyle change.
Right.
And that's the difference between this program. It's not a weight loss program. Right. It is a lifestyle program. And we want to teach you how to eat right and exercise and have a very prosperous life on the health side. And most people lose that, because after 2 or 3 weeks they don't get the result they want, they quit.
Right.
So that's why on November 24th, we're having an open house at my office from 1 to 4.
Where's that location?
290 South Alma School Road, northwest corner of Alma School and Fry. And what we're going to do in that 3 hours for your viewers, if they call me directly at 480-782-6566, ask to speak to me, and I'll give the first 10 callers a free assessment. That's a $75 value. Because you need to know where you're at so we know where we're going.
Right.
So in that 3 hours, we're going to let you taste the program. We're going to mix up certain shakes and certain gluten-free foods and this kind of thing. You're going to be able to talk to my therapist. You're going to be able to go through my office and look at what we do outside of the 28 days. Because it's all about a process, people. You got to understand that we're going to start from the head and go down to the toes.
Right.
And make sure that everything in between is working properly and doing what it's supposed to do and feeding it what it needs.
Now, when you say work from the head down, what are we talking about?
We're talking from massage.
Okay.
We're talking specific massages like our shiatsu massage, which is a pressure point massage. So people that are having certain issues, we can hone in on them from a pressure point. From our colon therapy, working from internal cleansing. We do liver cleansing. We actually do lymphatic drainage, which is another new service we just started. We do infrared body wraps. If anyone's familiar with infrared heat, it is the best thing you can do for your body and not harm it from a standpoint of deep heat penetration. It's phenomenal. So we encourage people to come out for that open house and really ask questions. Because wellness is different to everyone. You know, everyone has their different viewpoint of what wellness is. We want to know what you think wellness is and how we can help you meet that goal. So whether it's weight loss, great, we'll help you meet that goal. Whether it's internal cleansing, maybe you're having problems with things, maybe you're over-medicated, maybe you're not going to the bathroom quite enough. There's all sorts of things that happen to you physically if this isn't right.
Right.
So we will help you with some personal coaching on those levels as well. So
have you ever had a situation where you actually turned someone away?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because of our assessments and our consultations, we have to have that first, because a lot of the things we do, you couldn't have had previous surgeries and things of that nature. So, but that's also why we are different from some of our competitors.
Right.
We go through a half hour to an hour assessment
to find out
before you even start any of our programs.
That's good.
So, the original DB.
Yes.
Mind, body, and flow. Listen, viewers, it's only the first 10. Look, don't get mad at me. Yes, I know him. He's my homie and all, but I can't do no favors for you. You got to do it yourself. You got to want to do it yourself. And I appreciate you coming in, because there are so many people. We talked about our baby boomers. When I first spoke with you, I was like, look, I got to do something for my mama and them, because, you know, they sitting around not doing anything. And then it's more about our generation and our kids. So our biggest thing is to have a family understanding on how to get their mind, body, and flow back together and everything. So,
and just one last thing I want to mention before I go, and I appreciate you guys' time. One of the biggest things that we get to is don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
We have so many people that are afraid or embarrassed to give us the right information. And we cannot help you unless you really tell us what's going on. So check all that stuff at the door. If you come and see us, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty and find out what's going on with you and see where we can help. And unlike some people, if we can't help you, we have a referral base that we can at least get you to the right people.
Now, did I get any royalties for that Sonorian living? I got on TV and I ain't got nothing, no royalties, nothing from my.
Did you get like a service or something?
No, he chickened out.
No.
Oh, but he was offered.
Yeah, he was offered.
Okay.
He was offered. Here, I'll do one even better for your viewers.
Here we go.
The first 5 viewers that call me, I will give a free body wrap.
There you go. You better call first then, huh? You can
First
call right
first
now.
5 that call
and
mention body wrap,
You got the number
and
right
the first 10 that call and come to the open house on the 4th, I will give them a free $75 health assessment.
It doesn't get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, you're on the Blue Wave Talk Show with your host, Duane Bluestein, Miss Shelley Marie, and DB, Mind, Body, and Flow. Thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
See you soon. Thanks, Duane.